Hello to all my wonderful people, to my subscribers and the new viewers. I appreciate you. This is Pretty Tarot here to do the June 2017 general reading for Scorpio. And I just want to let you guys know that my website, prettytarot.com, is up and I am available to do personal readings, and you can make contributions there to support my channel. In the free readings I do here as well, if you would like, because some of you have contacted me about getting personal readings and also being able to make contributions to the channel. Now, I apologize that I have been out of sight for a while because I have had a lot of family and friends visiting through, and my mother's been sick, and I have been having to take care of my 2-year-old, okay? So life sometimes gets really busy and bogged down, but nonetheless, I'm glad to be back and doing readings for you guys, okay? Now, this is a general reading, so it can relate to any area of your life. It could be relating to jobs, career, finances, love life and relationships, health, family, whatever area of your life is significant right now. It is generally for the sun sign. However, if you also have a Scorpio moon, rising, ascendant, Venus or Mars, and you feel like this reading relates to you, that is perfectly fine. No issues, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this going here. And I'm making sure to shuffle well, because I've been doing readings all day for different people and different signs, and I absolutely have to make sure that the energy is here for Scorpio for June 2017, because that is what a good tarot reader would do, to make sure that nothing else is coming through that should not be coming through, okay? And that matters to me a lot. Now, if you find that this reading doesn't resonate with you as well, please see me about a personal reading, because this is a general reading and it applies generally to an entire zodiac sign. Okay, and so a personal reading would relate to you individually. Okay, all right. So Scorpio, what you have going on for this month in June 2017 here, it looks like you guys have something to celebrate this month. You have some good news, or something wonderful has happened that has you guys wanting to celebrate and jumping for joy. For a small portion of you, it also could be possibly a pregnancy going on, but for many of you, you could have gotten a promotion, you could have gotten, a raise, you could have gotten a new job or career, or something really awesome happened in your life, that you feel the need to celebrate, or you could have gotten some really good news, whatever the case is. Some of you guys are really elated right now. And what's affecting this is, it looks like you guys are taking charge in a way that you're taking what it is that you have to work with, and you're working your magic. You are taking what it is that you have and making things happen for you, okay? So you guys are starting to see the benefits of that this month. All the energy and effort that you are, putting in this month is paying off for you, or if it's not already, it's going to, okay? And so that's pretty awesome. Now, what you got hanging over this situation is, you have some people watching and observing you, or you may be watching and observing some people. It could be possibly some spying or some gossiping or some talk behind the scenes going on, but it looks like what's hanging over this is there is some observation and being watched, or you may be doing some observation and being watched, and that's what's hanging over the situation, is also what may be affecting it. What you have underlying the situation here is, either there is an air sign, and that is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or this is you being determined and focused and putting your efforts in, making wise decisions, and not dealing with things that take you away from your focus, and cutting away things, dropping things that you just don't need to be dealing with, and just being focused because you have a goal in mind and you're determined. Okay, so it's either that, and that's what you guys are doing and where you guys are at right now, mentally, emotionally, and physically, or this is an air sign, or it could be someone who's who's rational and intellectual, and I want to say chatty as well, and they think vastly. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of thinking, and they possibly could be stubborn and come off as cold as well. But I feel like this is a real positive thing for you guys, that you guys are being focused. Okay, and now what you had in the past here, your past position, whether it's recent past or distant past, it looks like either you guys were focused on gaining your independence and stability and security, and wanting to manifest prosperity in your life is what I'm getting for some of you, or you really were already doing fine, and had everything going for you. But like I said, I feel like some of you could have just been desiring to get yourself together, and like I said, gain your independence. Some of you could have been single as well, because like I said, this could relate to any area of your life. Some of you could have just been on your own, or choosing to go on your own, or go your own path. Some of you could have been focused on becoming a business person or entrepreneur, or some kind of project or something, and wanting to build prosperity for yourselves. That these are all the things that I'm picking up with this card. Okay, in your past position. Some of you also could have been single-minded is what I'm getting as well. In the present position here, if you're reading it for June, it looks like though something or someone or some situation though from your past is coming up or is returning, and I definitely want to pull 3 cards on this to figure out what's going on here with something from your past coming up here, or a past situation returning, or a past person. This also could be nostalgia for some of you right now. Some of you also could be feeling nostalgic. I got the 3 of Swords that wanted to pop itself out with my thumb, and that is a card that is about disappointment. It's about heartbreaks, and for some of you it could be about bad health as well. 2 other cards that popped up here. You got the Sun card and you got Temperance. Now, Temperance is all about being patient and waiting for things to, happen, or waiting for things to work out, or just biding your time. And of course, the Sun card is all about happiness. In some cases, this card could also represent children, depending on what other cards come up. And, you guys have the 3 of Cups here. So I see the 3 of Cups in the Sun. For a small portion of you, this really could be signifying some kind of pregnancy or something. Some of you may desire to have children, and you're probably trying to be patient about that. Some of you may be expecting children on the way, but for some of you, it just could have been a thing of waiting on your happiness, or trying to be patient for your happiness to come through, whatever it is that was going to make you happy, because you were disappointed, or maybe you were heartbroken, or something of that sort. Now, getting back to originally pulling the original 3 cards I wanted to pull in regards to something or someone or a situation from your past returning to your present here, Scorpio, in this month of June. And wow, your spirit guides are just doing it right now, because this card popped up, the Moon. There's something you cannot see. There may be some lies, deceit, or deception. There may just be something hidden under the surface that you're not aware of yet. There may be some disillusionment or some kind of illusion where something or someone is being presented or presenting themselves in ways that they really aren't, or maybe you aren't wanting to see things for the way they really are, or you just can't see things for the way they really are. There's just something that's hidden under the surface, something you're not seeing, okay? And like I said, There's also a possibility of lies, deceit, and deception. Now, here we go with pulling these cards here for, like I said, this past situation or past person, or just something coming up from your past right now. It's about things moving up to the next level. Okay. This card also can represent graduations, promotions. This card can also represent completions of some form, but this is a lot of times is about things moving up to the next level and wanting to receive some kind of kindness or generosity, or from someone. Wanting someone to help you or be nice to you or be kind to you or generous with you, but feeling left out in the cold, maybe feeling abandoned or neglected, or feeling like it's not enough, not receiving enough, not having enough, not getting enough. However, like I said, this card has these two people sitting here out in the cold like that. They could just easily, this is a church that's right behind them. They could just go into church and seek refuge and seek out the help or generosity that they seek. They don't have to be sitting out there in the cold, feeling lonely, neglected, abandoned, ignored. They don't have to go without either. Someone could help them, and they don't have to go without. Okay, so I feel like it's a more of a perception for you guys. Okay, but this is what's involving or relating to either someone or something or a situation from the past returning to the present now. It could be, like I said, you want things to move up to the next level, or you want some kind of, somebody may want closure is what I'm getting, somebody may want some closure is what I'm picking up. Because completions can relate to closure, and that's what I'm picking up. And like I said, wanting to receive some kind of kindness, generosity, or help. And like I said, feeling cold, left out in the cold, neglected, or abandoned, or something, or lonely, or like it's just not enough, or you don't have enough. Okay. And keep in mind, this whole reading relates to any area of your life. Okay. Jobs, career, finances, love life, relationships, family, health, whatever. You know how this will resonate with you. Now, coming up between now and the next few weeks or the next few months, it looks like you guys are going to be trying to stay on top of the competition, or you're going to be trying to stay on top of things. Okay. And but the challenge that you have here, though, Scorpio, is that you're going to need to stay strong, stay encouraged, have courage. Some of you, though, will need to be disciplined is what I'm getting as well. Some of you will need to just keep to yourself until it is the right time is what I'm getting for some of you. Some of you may need to pull easy while the lion's mouth. Some of you may need to bite your tongue, okay, and not speak easy everything that you really want to say. Some of you may need to really hold back is also what I'm getting. So some of you may want to leap forward, but you realize you really can't do that just yet. And that may be a struggle or may be hard for you. Some of you may be wanting to really say what it is you really want to say and speak your truth, but you can't really do that right now, or you can't do that yet, or it may not work to your benefit because it may stir up a lot of chaos or trouble or drama for some reason. And like I said, some of you really are just going to have to overcome that obstacle and try to, like I said, be disciplined and just keep calm. Like I said, hold off, hold on in terms of, don't do anything drastic or just don't do anything just yet. Bide your time kind of thing. Bide your tongue as well. Okay, in regards to the Seven of Wands here, which you guys need to stay on top of the I don't know why I said you guys need to stay on top of the competition, but some of you may need to actually stay on top of the competition. But you guys are going to be trying to stay on top of the competition or stay on top of things. Okay? All right. And it looks like this is relating to, in regards to staying on top of things or staying on top of the competition, it's relating to a difficult new beginning or difficult new start. However, it doesn't have to stay that way. Things can smooth out as long as you stay on top of things and stay on top of the competition. And, you know, seeing that you're going to move up to the next level, you may want to move up to the next level, and you may very well do that, okay? And you'll overcome the obstacle, or you'll need to overcome the obstacle. Okay, so either you'll need to overcome the obstacle or you will overcome the obstacle. And that's what the staying on top of the competition and staying on top of things will be all about coming up between now and the next few weeks and the next few months. Okay, now what you guys are concerned about is you have some decisions to make, you have some choices to make, maybe between the old or the new, maybe between one path or another, maybe between one person or another, or whatever this may be, maybe a different job or a different career or another, maybe even between some choices regarding health, and how you want to approach it. Whatever the case is, you have some decisions and some choices to make, and that's what you're concerned about. The outside influence of this situation, there could be some concern that some chaos could come about, or some things could quickly fall apart or suddenly erupt or suddenly fall apart. There could be sudden changes, or sudden changes are going to have to come about, and maybe you don't feel prepared for that. Maybe this is what you're going to have to be prepared for, and that's what's coming up. And I'm very interested in pulling 3 cards on this sudden change, or this disruption, or this possible chaotic situation, or the possible drama that might be expected, or maybe, like I said, some uprooting is also something that's coming to mind here with this. And I'm very curious for you guys to share your stories so I can know how this resonates with each one of you. Okay. And this is relating to your happiness and a change of luck. But there's something still that you cannot see, or something hidden under the surface. There's a possibility, like I said, of some lies, deceit, or deception. Maybe there is some sort of disillusionment, or feeling of being disillusioned, or not seeing things for the way they really are, or there's just something hidden in some kind of respect, is what I'm getting. So that is what the Tower, is all about. This, sudden change, or this sudden disruption, or this sudden explosion, or this things falling apart, is as the outside influence. Like I said, you guys, it's about wanting to be happy. It's a possibility, like I said, there's for a small few of you that this could be about a child. And like I said, and it's either that or your happiness and a change of luck. Maybe you want a change of luck, or there's a change of luck coming, but there's just something you can, like I said, you can't see it, or a possibility of some lies, deceit, or deception in regards to all of this. Okay. All right. So what you guys expect, though, is you expect to receive, either for some of you, this is about you expect to receive some money. And this could be a good amount of money. Some of you expect to receive some kind of valuable offer, okay? Could be a valuable job or career offer or something. Could be a promotion or raise some of you are expecting to receive. For some of you, it just could be receiving something, some kind of offer, period, or some kind of gesture somewhere, from somewhere or someone that is of value to you. And that's what you guys are expecting. Now, the outcome that you guys have, though, is you got the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is coming up again. This is, like I said, all about juggling. This is all about balancing and trying to make things work. A lot of times, like I said, when people juggle, it's all about, the fact that you may have too much on your plate or too much going on. You may have more than, I'm getting for some of you, more than one person you're dealing with. You may have more than one job you're juggling. You may have various responsibilities that you're trying to make work and juggle as well. That's pretty much the gist of that. So I want to actually pull 3 cards on that, because that's not really necessarily the best outcome to leave or end with on a reading. That's not a bad outcome, but it's very much, it doesn't leave a whole lot left to the details. So I like to get down to the bottom of the details to see what more can you expect as an outcome in regards to this whole thing of juggling and doing this whole balancing act. I feel like some of you, this is about making your family life and home life balance out with your jobs and career. It could be for some of you a new job and career you're trying to make balance out. Like I said, some of you, it could be other things, balancing out your health and trying to juggle that and other responsibilities. For some of you, like I said, it could be involving juggling things in your love life, people in your love life, Some of you may be willing to step out and take a chance and take a risk is also what I got there. All right. And this is interesting because in regards to this juggling here that you got going on as an outcome, you're going to need to make the right choice. You're going to need to take the high path, take the high road, do the orthodox thing, but more importantly, make the right choice here and do the right thing, because this is going to affect your, this either could affect your reputation and how people are seeing you, or this could affect, this is all about as well inheritance and what you receive. This is about abundance and prosperity, I also want to say this does affect your legacy in some form is what I'm getting. And what could result is a difficult new start and beginning, but it doesn't have to remain that way, okay? Things can eventually work out for the better. So, for you guys out here who are doing this juggling act, this balancing act, this whole thing of you're trying to handle all these different things or handle more than one thing, you're going to need to work on that, and you're probably going to need to do the right thing to make the best choice is what I'm getting, to make the best choice to have the best reputation possible, but also to make sure that what you inherit in regards to your prosperity, your money, anything that may be lent to you, hand down to you or whatever, or even if it's earned, so that you're not ending up with a disaster in the end, but like I said, some of you guys got this thing where it may be a difficult new start. Okay, it may be a difficult new start, but it doesn't have to be that the entire time though. Okay. I feel like some of you guys are gonna have to work on your priorities is also what I'm getting from that, because it could complicate things to be doing all this juggling. So some of you guys are going to really need to focus on your priorities and do the right thing to prioritize things in the right order, so that you're not either risking your reputation, because sometimes when you're juggling too much, like it can affect your work. you know, or it could affect your home life or your relationships with other people and things like that, and could get you off to a rough start. Okay, so that's the other thing that I'm getting in this situation for you Scorpios, okay, for you guys for this month. Now, of course, I like to use my other decks here to give you guys extra insight and advice. Okay, you got the Eight of Fire, that's the Eight of Wands, the regular tarot deck. You know, this signifies things quickly taking off, things quickly moving forward. Okay, and so this card advice is, and it's indicating that events moving at a fast pace. The delays are over, you guys. Many things are going to be happening all at once. So that's another reason you guys are going to need to, you know, some of you guys are going to need to really, the word I'm looking for is not coming yet. You're going to need to, like I said, work on your priorities here and cut down some things you probably no longer need, or prioritize what really needs to be first and what's most important. If you're juggling more than one person, of course, you know you can't continue to do that because that's not going to work out. You know, that could affect your reputation. That could cause, you know, difficulties and a rough start if you do choose to decide to start a new relationship or a new business or partnership or something, you know. That's what I'm getting for some of you guys. Consolidate is the word that I'm getting, you know. Some of you guys are going to need to consolidate. Some of you got too much going on. And it's going to affect, like I said, your work, your reputation, your quality. Is going to affect the way people are seeing you. It also could just affect making things difficult to get off the ground if you got too much going on, you know. It's hard to get things off the ground or get something new started if you got too much going on, or if you still got clutter in the closet that needs to be cleaned out, or if it's still somebody else there, but you want to, you know, start a new relationship. You can't because it's already, you're juggling too many things, too many people or whatever. I got the grace card for you guys. Handle everything with grace, especially yourselves, okay? Be careful to make wise decisions and to do things the right way, meaning like be careful to protect your reputation and whatever is going on, because I said I feel like this goes back to if you got too much going on, or if you're putting yourself out there and you're doing things or whatever and you're seeing success with it, but make sure you're presenting yourself as your best self. Make sure you are carrying yourself as your best self. Make sure everything you're doing is with respect, you know. And pulling one more card here from this deck. Ooh. Okay, two more of these have jumped out. This right here is confirmation that you guys have something to celebrate. And if you don't have anything to celebrate yet, you're going to, okay? Like I said, I still feel like for a small portion of you, this is going to be like a pregnancy or a child or something. But for many of you, this could be revolving around other things going on in your life that you feel you have something to celebrate. So that goes hand in hand here is confirmation with the Three of Cups, because this is a celebration card. This is good news, okay? So for some of you, this is good news that you'll have to celebrate, hearing something that you've been wanting to hear, being offered something maybe, or things working out really well, your investments paying off, whatever it is, you have something happy to be happy about, and you got good news. So that popped out. Your spirit guides are really wanting you guys to know this. Now, some of you, though, are, you know, maybe feeling like that you have a loss in some form, or some of you may be, you know, concerned that you're going to have to let something go. Um, you know, but that goes back to just focus on your priorities. You know, is it really going to be a loss? Is it really a loss? Or is it something that eventually is going to drag you down, is what I'm also getting. Um, don't uh, sweat the small things. Some of you also may be feeling, some of you may be in some kind of tears about something. But I feel like the loss is not really going to be that significant or that important. But some of you may, like I said, feel like you've been cheated, or some of you may have lost something. I'm also getting that some of you, somebody could have had a miscarriage and been wanting a child for some time, and it's been a struggle. But and that's an indicator that in that, but though you're going to get some good news, you know, like you're going to have another child on the way or something. That's for a small tiny portion of you, is what I'm getting that from. Some of you though may feel like you got cheated on, or deceived, or lost, or betrayed in some form, because we did get the moon card to come up more than once, indicating that there's some sort of deception, deceit or lies, or something hidden under the surface. Someone not being honest, someone not presenting themselves the way they really are, you know. So be aware of that. Some of you may already be aware of that. Now, these two cards popped up before I could finish shuffling them. You have peaceful resolution. So whatever, you know, like I said, because I feel like this is a card where some of you, as an outside influence of your situation, are concerned about chaos, drama, things falling apart, disruptions, you know, chaos, whatever it may be, sudden changes. You can get a peaceful resolution going on in your situation. It doesn't have to be drama or chaotic or a lot of things falling apart. You have the be assertive card as well. Don't be afraid to speak up, speak your truth, say what it is you need to say, ask for what it is you need to ask for. It's perfectly okay. It's fine, you know. Ask and it is given. Ask and you shall receive, okay? You got the talk to God card. Some of you need to take your situations to a higher power, to the divine, to God. Pray, you know, and you may get the help or the answers that you seek. Meditate. See if you can manifest it from the universe. Turn on the light is also what I get for some of you guys. Open your eyes and see the beauty around you. See the potential that you have.